Alright, today we're gonna do a chrome frog, or close to chrome as I can possibly get. There's a couple of different fingernail powders that you can use. This is called What's Up. Get a light on here. It looks dark. This is called What's Up. It's actually probably the most expensive one out of these here. Born Pretty. I got clutter everywhere. And this chrome powder, I don't know if you can see that very good, has like a goldish hue to it for me. And Born Pretty, they're pretty close to the same. I think this is a little more finer, but it seems like it has a gold tint to it. And the Born Pretty is a little more granular, but still has the same color. These other two, hang on, I can't remember the names of either one of these. I'll put a link. But see how this is a little bit darker. And this one I haven't tried yet. I just got this one in the other day, and it looks darker too. But I think this darker one will actually get us more of a mirror shine versus this. This is more, how do you say, more sparkly than this other one. So let's get some stuff here figured out and let's get started. Okay, well, I'm using the DevCon 30 minute, and I like to mix mine on tape. I don't care too much for the cups. It just seems like I waste a lot more, and I'll just use a toothpick to mix it up. Pretty simple. Don't have no cups to buy. Some of that tape there will go for a long time. And I think honestly, in my opinion, you get a better mix like this. I can roll it around. Stick my finger in it. Alright. Now I'm just going to cover this thing head to toe. Well, it ain't got no toes, but you know what I mean. I went fishing this morning, local lake here, and I was using black crankbait, white top. Caught a flathead catfish. I had never caught one in this lake here. And then I realized I didn't have my fishing license. Yeah, it usually happens. But I had it in the vehicle. So I moseyed back to the bank. Got about, I don't know, 30-40 foot from the boat ramp. Shut my trolley motor off. Grabbed the paddle. Heard a splash. And there went my pole and reel, and my favorite crankbait. And it's gone. I went back a while ago today. Took some hooks and leads and went over to the general area where it was at. And it's only an 8 foot of water, but the wind had started picking up before I got back. And so, I gotta say, after about 2 hours of trying to catch my pole and stuff, it's gone. I lost it. I don't just lose a bait, I lose the whole crapping thing. That's my day so far. So I'm doing, trying to get an even coat of epoxy. I'm not trying to put on it kind of looks like I'm putting a thick, well, I kind of put on a thick coat. Maybe not super thick. I may have got this on just a little too thick, but that's okay. It hides any perfection. Can't even say that word. I hope I'm in camera so you can see this. And this is not a wood lure. This is a blank I poured off the one of the ones I carved. And I've just put eye hooks on the bottom and back. I haven't got to the point where I want to make it weedless yet. I'm more or less in the trial and error right now. And honestly, I ain't got where I fish at. There's not really hardly any weeds in the first place, so it really don't do me no good to have a completely weedless one at this time. More or less for fun, trial and error, and learning. I guess about got her. All that rubbing, missed the spot right there. Oh, I missed that. Kind of hard to see. I got lights, plenty of lights in here, but man, they're just not bright enough. That don't look too bad. Make a pretty cool looking black frog. I'll probably do some in black. I mean, if I was gonna do one black, all I'll do is put some eyes and hook on this, and this is done. But we're gonna put some chrome on her. Put this on the. This video is going to be pretty short as far as I just mainly want to show you how to do the powder. Okay. We'll let that run for a while. Probably for about, I don't know what I'm doing. Sorry, I'm jerking you around. I don't mean to. I want to put a little heat on her. I actually like to get mine a little bit more warmer. I know a lot of people just like to heat it, hit it real quick and that's it. But I like to get mine warm to where it's actually more of a fluid. And that way it'll actually, to me, it seems like it makes more of a glassy look. Which, I mean, on this one it don't matter because I'm gonna cover it up anyway. But that's just money for me. Alright, I'm gonna let that sit for probably 40 minutes, maybe not that long, till I come in here and check this, where I'm at, check this, and if it's tacky to where my hand will stick to it but won't leave a fingerprint, then it's ready to apply this. So I'll come back in 20 minutes and check it. I have the air conditioning on in here, so it's kind of cool in here, and I'll just have to keep an eye on that. But next step will be putting the powder on. Alrighty, I think we're pretty close to where we can actually do this. Let's see, get my stuff ready. This stuff was called UR Sugar. And this was Beetles, but I'll put a description up to where y'all can find this. And I hope I'm getting new cameras, so I'm sorry about it if it's not real clear. Alright, it don't take much. I'm gonna do the sides and the top, and then I'll reposition my what do you call these things, little clamps here. I'm doing real light touches. because this stuff's still sticky and I don't want to push too hard, because if I do, I might get my brush stuck in it. And when you order this stuff, they'll send these little applicators with it, so you don't have to look for one unless you want to get more than one. Which is last batch. This batch here sent me a whole bag of extra ones. I thought that was pretty neat. I like this stuff to work better. If you're doing smaller stuff like jig heads or something, jig heads, would probably look great with this stuff. Not that it don't look good like this. Now you can use KBS on this first part. That's when you first coat your lure. But on the second coat, I've had it work and I've had it not work. There's a chance that I guess the solvents or chemicals in the KBS is more harsh than your epoxies are. And it will actually pull or make it, discolor it just a little bit, not much, but just enough that you'll say, well, dang it, now I gotta start over. So just be aware of that. Epoxy works best. Now, I have not tried UV because I do not have UV, but I figure, I mean, they do the nails, they use UV to do this with. So I figure UV would be just fine if epoxies to use on this. I just don't have none. I haven't decided whether or not I actually want to invest in that yet. I'm kind of a DevCon guy, so I hope you can see it. I'll make sure I'm trying to stay in the camera. I'll get everything I can up here. Now you wouldn't have to do the whole bait. I mean, if you wanted to do just the sides, or if you wanted to do just a pattern, or the very top, just the stripes or something, you can actually use some that silver marker before you do this first epoxy and mark out where you want to put it and just stay in the lines. But I just wanted a solid chrome one, or chrome-ish, I should say. The only way you're going to get true chrome is if you go out and spend a couple $100 on some chemicals. Not everybody wants to do that. I still got to brush off the loose stuff. I'll need to switch my wheels here so I can get to the front, or the bottom I should say. So yeah, see a little dimple there. I couldn't see it with my eye. That's what I mean. If you don't have this stuff, your base ain't perfect. When you put this stuff on, it will show. And I notice this stuff works better. Excuse me. Well, hell for damn. On curves, it looks better on curves versus flat surfaces. Make sure I got that good and covered. And little spots in this. Ain't worried too much about the eyes area, because I will have to cut that out a little bit and put my glass eyes in, and when I do, I'll probably wind up putting a little bit of black around that, so I'm not too concerned about that spot. Alright, next thing to do is use one of these and kind of dust off the excess. You don't want to push on it like hard or anything, just kind of, maybe just buff it a little bit. Next, turned out pretty good. Other than a couple little spots. I mean, you see the little spots, right? There's one right there, and one right there. But you know what? I don't care. That looks good enough for me. Now what I gotta do now is let this dry, let the epoxy finish drying for a while, and then we'll put another coat of epoxy. But before that, I'm gonna try to get my eyes in before I do that. I don't know, it might be a little tough, but I'll give her a try. It's not too bad. You can actually see a little reflection on it. That's about as close as I can get to chrome. Alright, let's get the epoxy on it. This epoxy will make it look a lot better too. Gotta be real gentle with it, because this stuff is still kind of fragile. Real easy to scratch and pull up. So just take your time. And you will mess up on this a couple times doing this if you decide to do this, so don't get irritated. I haven't done a whole lot of this, but I still mess up, so just part of the lure making. Try not to screw up. Oh man, I thought I screwed up right there. I thought I pulled it off there. Whew, scared me. Well, dang, I didn't mix enough. I need a little more. I just really like tape, because you can add back to it if you need to. I just really like toothpick too, because it seems like it really mixes it good. Looks like I'm putting it on there thick, and yes I am. I'm putting it on there thick. I'm not afraid to put a thick coat of DevCon on. Not at all. I like a thick coat on it. I like to look at that. I like the glass looks what I like. Try to cover my eye sockets because they stuck out just a little bit. I couldn't quite get them pushed in 100% the way, but I got them pretty close. Alright, we'll change my, I gotta do this 2 steps. This back here a little bit. I'll have to drill out the old eyelets on the back, which ain't the issue. They're pretty easy to drill out. I try not to touch the body. One quick look over. Sure the eyes are a good coat in the corners. I really have a smooth transition on the eyes. The light don't last very long. Alright, I'll let that dry and then we'll take her outside and get her on the sun so you can actually see exactly how it looks. I'll be back in a minute. Alright guys, let's go check this thing out. Check this thing out in the sun. See if we can get a little shine going on to it. Turn it around. It's almost too... Get the shade here a little bit. That don't look too bad. Damn, I gotta need some pipes. Well, I hope this little short video will kind of get you focused on some other stuff besides just paint. I mean, this powder, get my shot paint around. It's pretty cool. I mean, I like the powder. Also, you can get all sorts of different colors too. I mean, get greens. I believe that was the bronze. Kind of a reddish purple. Gold. Another kind of a purple. I don't know, these are violets maybe. I haven't looked at the... That's definitely purple. I might be a little colorblind. But I hope you've liked the little video. I will have some new cameras coming up that I'll film with, and hopefully it won't look so pixelated. But for what it is, and for cheap. Oh yeah, look, that's the one we just done, and this is the one I did the other day. That was with the What's Up. Now see, it's got, I don't know if you can see it or not, it's got more of a gold look to it. Put them together. See the different hues in them? Even though they're both mirror chrome powder, they look completely different. That's all I got today, guys. Y'all have a good weekend or week, and stay safe, and I'll catch you on the next build.